watching Let's Chat.
Welcome back. Good morning. We are glad to have you here as we continue on Let's Chat. It is Monday, and all month long throughout November, we are honoring Lung Cancer Awareness Month. Dr. Rob Headrick is joining us. He is the Chief of Thoracics at CHI Memorial. Good morning to you, Dr.
Good morning.
Headrick. You have brought along Morgan Sharp, who is a Baylor School student. Morgan,
yes, sir.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Baylor School, why Baylor? Because you and I were at Baylor a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Tell me exactly why Morgan is here and how Morgan is helping celebrate White Ribbon Project.
I think it's so important to get our next generation involved in our community and show them what community service is. And at that age, you don't always know what all the problems are. So part of the idea is pick a school each year, introduce them to the impact lung cancer's had on our community, educate them, and then challenge them to get out into the community and actually help us remove the stigma and get people screened.
I saw Morgan and I don't know how many other students were at Baylor when we were there the other day, but I was kind of standing back, observing and watching. You guys were really into this whole thing that they were doing, which was just absolutely phenomenal. We've got some video, we'll show you of that here in a moment. What got you interested in what Dr. Headrick is doing?
So I read about the guy from Colorado who did this for his wife, who wanted to be more aware of lung cancer awareness. And I think it's awesome to just bring it to our softball community. It's just such an awesome part to be aware of this awareness and be a part of this bigger project than ourselves. And it was awesome.
You may have seen this out and about around town. This is the CHI Memorial Mobile Lung Screening Laboratory. And it's I won't say an operating room on wheels, but it's pretty close.
Well, it's the way you see inside your body in 3 dimensions in 20 seconds. Lifting up the hood of the body, you can see what's actually happening, your genetics playing out, and it saves lives.
I'll be honest with you, as you and I talked about before the visit to Baylor and at Baylor, I was scared. I didn't want to have this done.
Most people are.
Part of what you're doing is helping to overcome that fear, because everybody can use the excuse of I'm too busy, I don't want to have to go down to Memorial, I don't want to have to do this. You are taking this to the folks in their respective communities all across the area.
Yeah, so I would call it the breathe easy, because once you get over that fear, you get the scan, you see what's actually happening in your body. It takes it from I'm worried, I'm wondering, to what can I actually do to stay healthy. And it's an honesty check. It sometimes is very frightening to be vulnerable, but at the end, there's actually this relief of, hey, I know what to do now to stay alive and healthy and keep going.
There was a great article in the paper following your visit to Baylor, which kind of outlines a little bit about what was going on. But I've had similar exams before, and this one was quick, it was easy, and it was seemingly over by the time it got started.
It's the most painless exam you can have, and having the mobile technology where we can go to the patient, it makes it as simple as it should be, a 10-minute visit.
As I mentioned to you, I was scared. I was expecting to hear bad news. Let's face it, I haven't taken care of my body the way I should have over the years.
None of us have.
You're right, and you were you were helpful in me overcoming this fear, and the immediacy upon which you get the results. I don't recall ever having seen anything like that. Tell me the time from the time you come out of the tube and walk out of the mobile lung screening lab till the time you can have results for the patient.
So our goal is to get same-day results to everybody. That's, the fear of getting the scan and then waiting for results is even torturous. So the idea is it's a 10-minute visit, takes 15 minutes to process the images, send it back to the hospital, radiologist reads it. We're implementing some new AI software that will even speed that process up. And then we're getting you a result the same day that's going to be helpful of relieving you of things you might have been worried about, but also telling you what to focus on to stay healthy.
Right. And I'll tell you, in the interest of full disclosure, as I mentioned before, I was petrified, and Dr. Headrick knew it. He is a doctor after all. But you had some great news for me that my coronary calcium score was 0. And I broke down in tears when I heard that.
Yeah. That's the breathe easy part. It's just that relief that comes over. Now what actually happens, you'll engage more into your health. We're not just avoiding it out of fear, but we're using knowledge on our side and focusing, what do I need to work on to stay healthier? And things sometimes we lay at bed at night worried about or feeling things in our body may not be what we should be worried about. And this scan, just such an easy way to not only discover lung cancer early when it's treatable, but look at the rest of the body, including the heart.
And the beautiful thing about it is they will take this to your office, to your church, to your neighborhood.
Absolutely.
You obviously have to get the appointments made. Yeah. But if you're interested in having this, which is a lifesaver and has been for a lot of people, go to mylungcare.org, mylungcare.org. We will be talking to you here in person over the next couple of weeks. Dr. Headrick, thanks again for the good news. Morgan, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So you want to be a doctor one of these days?
I do, actually, yes.
Learn from him. You'll be learning from the best. Again, Morgan Sharp, Dr. Rob Headrick, my thanks to both of them. Stick around. We have much more when we continue right here on Let's Chat.